Hey gang, what's going on? I'm the Blue Ranger. I've been getting a lot of questions about how I stream, my setup, and how I run things. I do things pretty strange, and I've decided to show you guys pretty much how I do it. This video is going to be pretty rough around the edges because I'm kind of winging this, but I want to show you guys what I do because I think what I've put together here is actually pretty innovative. I know there's people that use a lot of the stuff that I do, but I don't know how many people do exactly what I do. I only have so much technology to work with. I only have so many elements, so many devices, yada yada, that I got to work with. There's still a lot of manual auxiliary things I have to take care of. For instance, when I switch consoles, I have to reconfigure all my inputs and things like that, which is actually moving wires myself. But I wanted to get into my setup. Now, if you haven't seen my setup video, you're going to want to see it first, because it'll give you a better, it'll give you an idea of how my monitors are laid out, because the monitors for me are the big thing. That's what I use to my advantage. Now, granted, I've been blessed with a lot of monitors. I use 4, and 2 of them are 40-inch televisions. Again, I'd like to go over the fact that one of the monitors that I have is a monitor that I bought for my computer when I was in college. One of the TVs was a gift to me back in, holy crap, that was 10 years ago. It's a 10-year-old Vizio. The other Vizio, which is brand new, I won at a company contest this year, and the other monitor was $100 on sale from Newegg, I believe it was. So I don't have top-of-the-line gear, but it does everything I need it to do. So I know I have. It's for me, it's more like right now I'm at a quantity over quality kind of thing, but they all do the job just fine. So make sure, don't overinvest. I just want to say, it looks like I have this crazy awesome setup, and I do, but I didn't put a ton of money into it. The most expensive thing for me was the computer and the PS4. I already had the Xbox One. Besides that, the PC and the PS4 were the biggest parts. But let's go into really quick what I use. So I'm going to switch over here. These are my monitor setups. Now this is just an image, a screenshot that I took of these things. Now this is the screen that I play on. This is the bottom 40-inch TV. So I got a top 40-inch TV and a bottom 40-inch TV, and on either side I have a 24-inch monitor. So even though they're not laid out exactly like this physically, this is the easiest way for me to manage moving stuff across. Over these 3 screens I can just drag things across without interrupting the gameplay. But this is pretty much how things are laid out. We're going to go from screen to screen here in a minute, but it's important to note the bare essentials of what I do on each screen. On this one, I basically run Twitch. I use my dashboard. I run, you know, oftentimes I'll just have the who I'm following up on it. It's something that I usually just keep up to date on what's happening on Twitch, because when at the end of my streams, you know, you guys know I like to raid people. I want to be informed. How long has this person been on? How long do they usually stream for? Are they about to stop streaming? I can't watch a stream while I stream, but I can kind of pick up on rhythms and understand when people are going to be starting and stopping and things like that, judging by schedules. You know, a lot of good streamers have schedules, like myself and most of Team New Hope. We run on schedules, and so you get a feeling for who's going to be on for how long, and it's a good way to keep up to date with what's happening on, you know, within Twitch while you're streaming. On this screen's important to me. This screen is entirely Discord. I use Discord to no end. I use it in the chat rooms, the LFGs that I've set up in my Discord. You know, just when I'm using voice chat, and it's big, I can see it. My vision's not that great. It works really well for me. It is important to note that this screen, it's important to me, but it's not entirely necessary. Most people don't do this, I don't think. I mean, the dashboard, everyone uses some form of the dashboard, but the dashboard for me is really to track when Twitch kicks me offline or something like that. That's more what the dashboard is for me. A lot of people track their viewership, like the hosts haven't been working very well, but you can track how many people are hosting and things like that on there. But for me, I don't really pay attention to that. I usually have the following screen up so I can see who's doing what. I'll update it every now and then, but that's not entirely necessary. But this one to me is, because this one I use almost on a daily basis and is wildly important to the communication between myself and you guys. Now on this screen, this is my hub. This is the one that my webcam sits on top of. This is where I work on everything. So pretty much we run OBS. This is where, for me, this screen becomes kind of irrelevant unless I want to track stuff. I run my chat on this screen. My webcam sits like right here up on top of this monitor. I feel like it's important, and I got this from a couple other streamers, so you've probably seen it in setup videos as well, that I want to be looking kind of in the direction of the chat when I'm responding to you. I want it to feel like I'm, you know, I know at this point in time I'm looking more down than I am at you when I'm responding. But it's important to me to try to have that connection with you guys, because I feel like we're having a conversation, even though one's me talking and the other one is you typing. I feel like we're having a connection, and I want to make that feel a little more personal so that I'm not turning my head and looking all the way over on the other side. You know, this is where the other chat box would be if I have the dashboard open. It would be like right there. The camera's over here, all of a sudden I'm looking in a totally different direction. It's very disconnecting, so I try to make it seem as if we're in the same room. And so what we're going to do real quick here, though, is I'm going to close this. We're going to explain exactly how I run things. So this is my gaming screen as you see it right now. Now what's important to note is I have a Elgato HD60 Pro internal capture card. And what is so important about me purchasing that card, I bought it because I thought, oh, I want the best stuff. You really don't need the best stuff. But for my setup, it's a good thing that I put the little bit of extra money into this, even though I could have skipped the whole thing altogether. Basically, I like the picture that I get from the capture card more so from the streaming from Xbox or PlayStation to Windows 10. However, I know plenty of people who stream directly to their computer and then just window capture or monitor capture that and use that as their streaming quality. But pretty much what I want to do here is I want to pull up the Xbox. This is the Windows 10 Xbox app. So the way this works is you can do everything from it, because my Xbox and my PlayStation are on the other side of the room from me, so this works out really well. So I can turn this on from here, and it'll take it a second to boot up. But what's really great is when I switch over to my Discord scene here in a minute, which is what I call my main streaming scene is called Discord, because back in the day when I set them up, I had one where I wouldn't use Discord because the audio was set differently. It was just weird, but I call it Discord scene now. Well, there we go. Alright, I was about to say, really? This far into a video you're not going to work? Okay, so now it'll show you, this is actually one of my monitors, right here. And it'll let me play the game, it'll let me do whatever I want. So, let's just boot up Destiny for the sake of it. But if I hit stop streaming, it goes away. And that's why if you see me, if you're watching me stream, you won't see any of this because all my picture comes through the internal capture card. But you see this? That means that I turned off the streaming and then turned it back on. That's what that means. But what's important to note here, there's something very important that happens through this streaming service that I love so very much. And that is the fact that there's this right here. What this does is it enables me to use my computer microphone to talk to you guys in-game. That way I don't have to wear a headset at the same time as I'm wearing my earphones to hear everything else, my alerts, my music, pretty much everything. I decided to go with all USB equipment, which I would suggest against if you have the money. If you don't, get USB stuff. It works fine. You just have to be a little bit more innovative. You just have to be a little bit more adaptable to the situation. So, what this thing has allowed me to do is it lets me talk in game. So we're going to wait here just a second. We're going to load into Destiny. As you guys know, I love me some Destiny. And I'm going to show you exactly, you know, it's not really something huge to show you, but I would deem that it's pretty important. Now the difference is on the PlayStation side of things, this doesn't work. So that's why when I say on PlayStation I need everybody in Discord, it's because there is no through computer game options or voice options within the game. So what you need to do is you need to talk through a different voice chat, or I have to wear 2 headphones, and the problem with that becomes that I don't have a good set of headphones. The audio quality is different. I guess you can run a USB mic through your PlayStation, and that'll be your second mic, but money, you know? Like I said, don't overinvest. Use what you got. So, right now you'll see... Oh, I guess I should use this for this part. You'll see right here. Let me highlight it for you. There's no sound coming through there, obviously. I'm talking. Now that I've unmuted that, though, you'll see that it's highlighting. Once this goes away, yeah, now you'll see that it's highlighting when I talk. And it stops when I don't talk. That's what's so important to me with this system. I see so many streamers, big and small, rocking 2 headsets or an earbud underneath their gaming headsets or whatever it is. And I feel pretty don't want to say blessed, but I learned this trick from a friend streamer of mine, Jay Sniperton, who I couldn't figure out how on earth are you doing that. He filled me in, and I was able to implement it into my own. The picture that you guys see, for instance, if I... Oh, wait, that's right. I'm not using the game capture. We'll get there in a second. But if I close that, usually the game continues because I'm capturing through the capture card. But let's move on. So that's that monitor. Whoops, that's right. I'm on learning as I go here. This is all the Discord stuff. I can flip through pretty much everything. You know, I got all these Discord channels that I'm a part of, that I work with in here. There's actually people talking in my chat as I speak. You know, this is just, it's a really great way for me to communicate with you guys while I'm on stream if you're not in chat. Real quick, we'll just do one more. This is the same page. If you were wondering what the dashboard scene kind of looks like, I'll pull it up real quick here. Right now I'm hosting probably over 9,000, but it gives you, this will be how many viewers you have, this will be how many views total, how many followers you have, and this is how many chatters. I think, the number there confuses me a little bit. I wouldn't take that too seriously if you're just getting started, as I haven't streamed in, oh geez, I got off 4 hours ago or something like that, and this number says 9. I do not have 9 people chatting in my chat room, as I'm about to, this is my chat room right here. You can see that there's nobody in it. So, I just wanted to show you really quick what that looked like. And I don't use it very often, but if you only have one scene and you want to keep track of all of this stuff and see your chat, this is a good window for you to use in that manner. The last one, yeah, a little streamception happening here, would be the main page here that I use for all my stuff. And again, my camera is just over top of this right here. I run my Ankh bot in the background here, but I don't really, you can use it for chat, and a lot of people do, but I don't really much care for that. Wow, look at all the lurkers today. I don't really use it for the chat, because frankly, you don't see any of the emotes that come up and stuff, and so you'll see, if you know the emote, you know the emote, you can picture it in your head, but if you don't know the emote, if somebody's subscribed to some channel you've never even heard of, you have no idea what the heck they just posted, it's, meh, I'd rather see it. So I run pop-out chat. I find this works the best for me. I actually really like the way Enraged Cinema does it, where he has a monitor that is tilted vertically, and he runs a full screen chat in front of him, and I thought, man, that's the way to do it. That guy knows what's up. So maybe someday, if I ever feel the need to turn one of these completely vertical, that'll fill that, you know, fill that space for me. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Lastly, though, so basically, yeah, and then you have OBS here. And a lot of people go, what's OBS? This is what OBS looks like. Let me go full. Whoa, not what I wanted to do. Okay. That got overboard real quick, or went overboard real quick. So pretty much what we have here is it's everything. You start streaming, you put all your information into it that I'm not going to show you, but for me, you know, we've got, you know, I'm doing my setup video, there's some just different scenes where you can just click in and out of them. I'm not going to go into how to use OBS. There's a lot of people that know how to do that way better than I do. I'm still learning, and I'm not prepared to do that right now. But I figure for the people who don't stream, this is a good look when I say OBS crashed. When people say frames are dropping, it'll tell us right here that frames are dropping, and that's how we know things are getting skippy on your end as well. It's a lot of good information. So we're going to skip over into my Discord thing. So what you'll see here now, okay. This is the frame that I usually use, that you guys usually see me stream from, but I wanted to go through a couple of things really quickly. There's a couple of things that I learned as I set up my OBS, and again, I'm not going to go into OBS, that kind of surprised me. Now, first and foremost, those cool overlays you see, 99% of the time, and I know a lot of people are going to go, well, duh, Blue, I didn't know this, so if there's anyone else out there that didn't know this, this is for you guys. I didn't realize that the overlays were just images. I don't know why I didn't know that, but I always thought there was some programming involved or something to that effect. Also, if I hit stream again, because you remember we left the game off, now it's back up. So when I close it, like I'm right now, it says has stopped streaming. That's pretty much. That's why I use this, because I can flip in and out of that, and my picture stays up for you guys, and the picture is much clearer. But I didn't realize that the overlays were just pictures. So there's a lot of things that go into it. for instance, what do we got going on here? What do we got? We got, this is like the newest follower, which these are just words, and you make some of them scroll. And then you have recent donations. Those go up there, but you want to make them look a little fancier. I just had them my guy copy the center, and I just put it right in the middle so that the words would like scroll underneath it. This is just how I did things. I have a lot of people that come in and compliment me on this, and I'm really like, I don't know, I'm touched by that, because Dr. Blood, who is a graphic design student in France, I just came into my stream one day and said, can I make you something cool? And I was like, go for it if you'd like, but no promise I'm going to use it, and this is what he gave me. So I feel beyond blessed that guy walked into my stream one day and decided he wanted to help me out. I have no idea why he wanted to do that, but he does some really great work. So make sure you check him out. I will put his Twitch stuff, or I guess he doesn't use Twitch, but he has Twitter. So I'll put his Twitter information down below. But pretty much the way you enter everything else in there, I'm going to let you guys figure that out, because I'm not going to be great at explaining it. There's a million YouTube videos on how to set up OBS that are going to be better than what I do. But of course, there's my green screen, and if it wasn't being a dick, then it wouldn't be a normal day here in the Blues Crew. I hope you guys liked seeing my setup. Again, make sure you see the setup video to go alongside with this so you can understand how I have my screen set up, because it's pretty bizarre and most people kind of look at me funny when I show them how I do things, but I like the way that I do things. The setup is probably going to change kind of soon, but at the moment, this is the way I run things, and I like it. It works well for me. But that being said, guys, that's pretty much everything for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope this answers a lot of questions for some people on how I do certain things. I think that the way I do stuff using the streaming to my PC as well as a capture card and how I run my audio is kind of bizarre. And if you're wondering how I run music, you literally just run music off of whatever platform you're using through your headphones on your computer. You just hit play on something, and if you set your audio in OBS right, it works. Again, there's going to be people that explain how to do that better than myself, but it's pretty simple to get the music figured out. Again, I'm not gonna teach you how to stream, but this is how I do it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget, rate, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends if you like what you saw here, especially if they're kind of trying to figure out how to get started and they want to know how some people do it. Everyone does it a little bit differently. This is just how I do it. And, you know, you can, you can check me out at twitch.tv/OnTheBlueRanger, Monday through Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's what I got for you guys today. I hope to see you around on Twitch, and I'll see you here next time.